Hear me. This is the first time I ever did this, so I have no idea what I'm doing. Is so, yeah, maybe. Okay. Just send it. Just say somebody say something if you can hear me. Hello. Can you hear me? Okay. Yes. All right. That's good because this YouTube thing doesn't say anything. It doesn't tell me if everything's working. It just shows a screen. So my first time doing this. Well, I just want to say thank you to everyone who's following me and everyone who's watched my videos. It really, really means a lot, right? And this is the first time me doing a live stream. I never even thought I would ever get to 10,000 subscribers. This is amazing. So really, really happy about that. And yeah, I'm just buzzing the fact that I've reached this 10,000 subscriber. It's amazing. I recently met with Christian Hansen and he gave me a super boost. We met up and he tagged me in his video on YouTube and I got so many followers from this. It really was amazing. And now it's just taking off. My channel now is really taking off. Yeah, I see someone saying collab with the Lost Boy. That maybe we'll have to see about that. I've never met them, and yeah, maybe, who knows? Let's see. Well, I'm gonna go through some of the questions. I posted this on Instagram, and a few people asked me some questions there. So I'm just gonna go through easy ones first. And somebody asked, how old am I? I'm 35 years old. And I've been here in Indonesia for over 10 years. Not entirely. I've not been in Indonesia for the complete 10 years of that time. I left. I went and lived in the Philippines. I was working there for 3 years. And I've worked in other countries, but my base, my home has been here in Indonesia since 2010. My heart has been here since 2010. And I've done a lot of traveling around, particularly, Bali and Flores and places like that. And obviously 2 years ago, I went all across Java and then just recently done Sulawesi. I've also been on lots of dive trips to various corners of this archipelago. A lot in Raja Ampat, a lot in Komodo. A lot of this I haven't even posted on my YouTube yet. So there's so much content I've got yet to edit, and that's all going to come on. Someone else asked me where am I from? I'm from the UK, originally from the UK. Maybe you can tell from my accent, but I've been here in Asia and working in different areas of the world for a long time. So my accent might not be very British anymore. I'm going to go through some of these questions. Oh wow, there's quite a lot actually. And I will get to the YouTube questions, okay? I will get to the YouTube questions soon. I'm just going to go through the Instagram ones first. Do I want to live permanently in Indonesia? Yeah, that's the answer. Yeah, I already do. I already do live permanently here. I'm not on a tourist visa. I have a house here and residence here, which is great. Long term, right? I don't know. So one of the things that one of my big plans that I've got, which is why the guys that's watching this now, you are hearing this from me now, and I haven't really shared this publicly, but one of the big things that I'm going to do over the next couple of years, once I finish the motorbike trip and completely, gone everywhere I can on land, then I'm going to buy a yacht, a sailing yacht. and I'm gonna buy that in Malaysia. Malaysia is a really good place for buying yachts for sailing and learning as well, because I have no idea how to sail. And then I'm gonna do the Sabang Merauke trip, but on a yacht. Okay, and I don't think anyone's done that yet. I don't think anyone's doing that or planning that, but I am. That's my next big thing. So I'm gonna go all the way from obviously Sumatra and then snake through all these beautiful islands and places that I can't get to on a motorbike or any other mode of transportation. And then I'm gonna finish in Papua. And after Papua, then where do I go? You know, and there's Papua New Guinea, there's the Solomon Islands, there's Fiji, there's all these places. So I think what I'll do then is I'll snake all the way across the Pacific on the boat. That's the long-term plan. Let's say medium to long-term plan. And then after that, then I do want to come back to Indonesia. I do want to live here. So I'm looking around for places that I really feel comfortable in and feel comfortable living in. At the minute I live in Bali, which is a great place, very comfortable. But I see some great opportunities in other places of Indonesia. One of the favorite places I've been just recently was Tomohon in the Minahasa Highlands. This was so far been one of the best places I've been in Indonesia, where I could see myself living. The climate is amazing. It's like high up at 700 meters above sea level. It really is incredible place, and the scenery is wonderful. And yeah, I really had a good vibe in Tomohon and Tondano, this highland area. This was one of the favorites. So to answer that question, do I want to live permanently in Indonesia? In the end, yes, but I'm still looking for kind of a really permanent place where I can grow old. That's to answer that question. Where did I learn my storytelling and editing skills? Well, I don't know about storytelling. I don't know if I can tell a story. I just make it up. I'm just trying, right? I'm definitely not a professional in doing this. But my editing skills, that was learned. I did a course in 2014. I did an underwater videography course in Thailand, and part of that was learning how to edit. So yeah, that's why I think, and I'm quite proud of this. So that's why my underwater videos are really good. I mean, land is just kind of I'm just learning it. But the underwater stuff, I know I'm good at that, right? And the reason why is because I did this training course, so I learned how to edit that. But for storytelling, if you think it's good storytelling, I'm quite happy to hear that. Okay, where am I going to travel next? Am I going to plan a long trip to Borneo? There's two questions, so I'll answer the first one. Where am I going to travel to next? If you watch my YouTube and you watch my social media, then I'm actually still in Sulawesi. I'm not. I'm actually in Java at the minute and soon going back to Bali. But yeah, so my social media is I'm still in Sulawesi. But after I finish Sulawesi, the next trip, which will be early next year, I'm going to go from Bali over to Lombok, Sumbawa, Flores again. I have done Flores, and there's a few places I still want to visit there, and Sumba. I have to go to Sumba next year. I've been wanting to go there for many years. I'm going to Sumba next year. So that is the main target of next year. After that, I don't really know if I'm going to bring the bike back to Bali or I'm going to go north to Maluku and try and take the bike there. I'm not sure about that. Because I do want to do Sumatra. That's probably going to be the last place I do on the motorbike. And Borneo, this is the next question. Am I going to plan a long trip to Borneo? Yes, I am. But having watched Christian Hansen's videos in Borneo, I don't think it's necessary to bring a bike there. From what I saw of Christian's videos, he didn't really use the bike much. Apart from going from A to B, he didn't actually use that bike to... He didn't use it. you know, he could have done it in a car. He could have done it using public transport, like a bus or something. It didn't really fit, to me, it doesn't really feel like you need a motorbike there. So possibly I might skip Borneo and do that when I'm on the boat and actually, I don't know, store my boat somewhere and then go into the rivers and inland. I'm not quite sure about that, but I am definitely going to do Borneo. Somebody told me today that in the Makam River, there are dolphins, freshwater dolphins. I had no idea about this. And that is, for me, wildlife is one of the main reasons I'm in Indonesia. And yeah, that really fascinates me. So double the passion now. I really want to go to Borneo. Okay, my next question I have here. What were some of the most dangerous situations you experienced on your journeys? Oh my God, there's so many. Yeah, many falls on my motorbike, and diving as well. Okay. I think dangerous or scary. I'll say scary. I'll answer that because I'm not sure if it means scary or dangerous. Well, this is dangerous. There was one thing I did in Sulawesi near Poso and Napu, and it's actually on YouTube. You can watch that video. I thought I was going to get kidnapped by terrorists. Right? That was the most scared I've ever been in my life. Really, seriously, that was the most scared I ever been in my life. I'm totally alone on the top of Puncak Napu, and there was people. This 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock at night. There's no one there, and people are shining torches near my tent. The army were down in the bottom. Then I went to a checkpoint, and they told me. I said to the army guys, "Why are you here?" And they said, "There's terrorists in the jungle," and then I'm alone on the mountain, and there's people coming near me with torches, and at least one of them had a gun, and another one had a knife. I saw a big machete type knife, and in the morning I found out they were hunting, but at the time I was very scared, and I packed my bag. I was going to run into the jungle because I couldn't get my motorbike out of the parking area, because I would meet them. I was trying to get away from them. And I said to myself, if they take one more step closer to my tent, then I'm gonna run out of this tent with my bag, and I'm running into the jungle. And they can take my bike, they can take my tent, but you're not taking me, and you're not taking my hard drives and my laptop. Okay, so yeah, that was the most scared I've ever been in my life. Dangerous. Recently, I had quite a dangerous experience on a boat. I was on a liveaboard boat in Serua, which is in the Banda Sea, and the rudder on the back of the boat, this got stuck, and a rope had got wrapped round the propeller, and then the rope had pushed the rudder and got it stuck, wedged really hard, and we was floating. We was floating in the ocean, and we had no control of the boat whatsoever. We nearly hit another boat that was parked up, and the crew and everyone jumped into action, and after a few hours they fixed the problem. But that was at like 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. Very scary, very scary. And I thought we was going to have to make a mayday call for help. My photo equipment. My photo equipment. So all my cameras. I have quite a few cameras. I have 2 GoPros, one 360 GoPro, and a drone. I have a Mavic 3 drone, and my underwater camera is a little Sony camera. It's called an RX100, and I have a housing for it, and I have some lenses as well. That's how I get the underwater footage. And it's a really good camera. It's so small. I haven't got it with me right now, but it's really small camera. Brilliant camera. It has its limitations. I'm not going to lie. That one is possibly going to upgrade it, but for the size, it's just perfect for travel. I just put it in a bag on a motorbike, and everything fits. And it's really great for traveling around. So I think when I get a boat, then I'm going to upgrade and get a big camera, because then I have my house with me then, don't I? Okay. How old am I? I am 35 years young. Would I like to come to Toli Toli in central Sulawesi? I know where it is. And like I said, I've already left Sulawesi, so I can. And I did consider going there, but it was a little bit out of the way. But I promise, this is Vin Christian, I promise you I will come to Toli Toli, because I heard the diving is quite good there, and very, very unexplored. Not many people go there. And I will definitely visit when I'm on my boat, 100%. So probably a couple of years. Oh, I just saw one on the live stream. How can I get from Raja Ampat to Misol? I'm going to answer that in a minute, because I have one here where somebody has asked me the best diving spot where I've ever been. Without a doubt, there's some places that are just below it, right? But without a doubt, Misol is the best diving I ever did in my life. And it is my favorite place on this planet, Misol. I've been there many times. I've been 6 times to Misol, and it really is the most magical place there is. It is how you would imagine a coral reef and a reef system and the fish hundreds of years ago, before we started fishing the oceans. That is what Misol is. And the reason why is because there's an eco resort there, and they have a no fish zone. They have rangers patrolling this area. They made a deal with the local people. And this whole area is completely no take. You're not allowed to take any fish. So the biomass, the fish that are there is unbelievable. It is unbelievable. When I dived there the last time, I actually cried in my mask, because what I saw in front of me was so beautiful. And I still have that video to edit, and I cannot wait to get that video on YouTube. Probably in January, I'll have that one ready. But it is the best place for scuba diving in Indonesia, in my opinion. And how to get there from Raja Ampat, it's pretty difficult. There is a ferry, a public ferry that goes from Sorong to Misol, to the little village or the town that's in Misol. But most people, including me, I've only visited on liveaboard boat. That's probably the only way you're really going to get to explore Misol, is going on a liveaboard. It is very, very remote. I would say it's probably one of the most remote places in that area of Indonesia. It is difficult to get to. There is an eco resort there, but they are 3 years booked up. You cannot even get a place in this eco resort now for up to 3 years waiting list. And they have a speedboat, and they bring their guests via speedboat. So yeah, it's very difficult to get to. You can take a public ferry to the town in Misol, and from the Misol town you can probably get some local fishing boat or some local to take you on a trip there. I'm not quite sure. I would like to find that out actually, but I have only ever visited Misol on a liveaboard boat. When am I coming to Nusa Penida? Soon. I'm coming to Nusa Penida soon, I think. I love Nusa Penida, and I want to get some drone shots of the manta rays. That's one of my things. There's a cave there. I want to visit the temple in the cave as well, so I'm going to come there soon. When are we going to see the photos of the video from our Raja Ampat trip? Oh God, I don't know. January, hopefully. It's already nearly 2 years. Oh. I'm so behind on my editing. It's unbelievable. How long have I been traveling Indonesia? And tell me how. Well, I think I answered some of that already. I've been here for nearly over 10 years, done a lot of traveling. I've been to Sumatra, I have been to Borneo, I've been all across Java. I've never set foot on Ternate or Halmahera. But I've been to Ambon, and I've been to Seram, and I've been all across the Banda Sea. And the islands across the Banda Sea are absolutely amazing. Not just Banda Niera, but all the very, very small rocks that are sticking out of the water. So remote. So beautiful, these places in the Banda Sea. I think that's my second favorite place in Indonesia after Misol, is the Banda Sea. It's incredible. You seems like you have much experience in diving, and what's the best thing in the underwater world? Or the best thing I've seen, maybe, that's what that means. Definitely the hammerhead sharks. That's the most amazing thing I've seen underwater in Indonesia, well, ever, is seeing the hammerhead sharks in Manuk Island, which is very close to Banda. Yeah, that was the most memorable moment underwater. The second most memorable moment was about a month ago when I dived in Crystal Bay in Nusa Penida. This was crazy diving. Another dangerous thing that happened to me underwater there. When do I start my next trip and where? Yeah, I've answered that. I'm going to Lombok and then Sumbawa and eventually finishing in Sumba. Have I ever seen a Komodo dragon? Yes. I've been to Komodo 2 times and I've seen them in Rincha and I've also seen them on Komodo Island. But I want to go again. That's another thing I'm going to on the next trip, is I'm going to stop in Komodo and get some really good diving shots, and I want to try to see the Komodo dragon in the wild. I don't want to see this tourist attraction that I went to last time. The dragons are just living underneath someone's house. It's not very good. I want to see the Komodo dragon in the wild, and if I have to go all day on my own with a ranger, I will see a Komodo dragon in the wild. That's what I want to do next year. Okay, so I'm going to go through all the live chat now, because I saw loads of messages coming through. Okay, I'm gonna try and scroll through this. I don't know how to do it. You know what? I'm gonna go through it on my phone. Just a minute. I can't see the messages on here. I don't want to touch this because I might turn it off. Okay. Okay, I'm going to start at the top. I can hear you. Oh, we can hear. Oh, you can all hear me. Good. This channel should have more than 10k subs. Thank you for saying that. I get that a lot. And slowly, I want to build it up. Slowly. You notice there's no adverts on my videos. Well, I don't want to put adverts on, if I can help it. That's how you can get subscriber faster with join with other YouTubers. Yes, and thanks Christian. When we met up, it really helped me grow my channel. So you're absolutely right there. I just want to be careful who I'm doing my collaboration with. It's got to be someone who fits me. Christian's perfect, exactly like me. He's exactly like me. We have the same vision, the same ideas. We want to go to the same wild places. It's exactly like that. So yeah, people like him, I'm happy to do a collaboration with. Closter Door. I don't know who that is. I'll check that out though. Did you bring your motorbike from your country or did you buy it in Indonesia? I bought it from Indonesia. I bought it in Bali in 2021. I got a really good deal on it, brand new from Honda. They don't have this same offer. Even now, the price is much higher than what I paid for it back then. They had a really good offer. I got Corona price on it, and it's got a DK plate because it's Bali. How to communicate with people who don't speak English? Saya bisa bicara bahasa Indonesia sedikit, tapi aku mungkin sedikit salah, especially when it's my first live stream. I'm a little bit nervous, all right? So I don't want to try and speak Indonesian today. However, you know that my YouTube videos now, most of them have Indonesia subtitle. Most of them have Indonesian subtitles. If you have a question for me and you want to write it in Indonesian now, I will answer it. If I can't read it, I will put it in Google Translate. And what about the small islands in Indonesia? I think what I said before, my plan is to go on a sailing trip. So actually, okay, let me just rewind this a little bit. A lot of the trips that I've been on, particularly the diving trips, I haven't edited yet. I've got probably about 6 or 7 episodes, 30 minutes, maybe even more, 6 or 7 of them that I haven't even edited yet. And they're all amazing diving trips where I'm going through the Banda Sea, lots of small remote islands, visiting little places, and then ending up in Raja Ampat and in Triton Bay in Kaimana. I've got lots and lots of stuff to edit for this, so you're going to see that. But when all this video runs out and I'm back on the motorbike again next year, then after that I'll be buying this yacht and I'll be sailing my own little boat, sailing it across, and then I have the ultimate freedom to visit these small islands, because that's what I want to do. I thought about this a lot, actually, about maybe I could, go on these diving trips and visit small islands. But the thing is, you can't, because there are other guests on the boat, and the boat has a schedule. I can't just say to the captain, "Oh, stop here for me. I want to meet some people in this little island." We have to go past it, and many times we've gone past places that I am dying to visit. The only way I can visit these places is with my own vehicle, my own boat. How do I finance my trip? Do I have any business in my own country? I also make traveling videos like you, but I don't have time because of work. Okay, I am quite lucky because I have a skill. I'm a very, very specialized engineer. I'm a mechanical engineer, super specialized in a piece of machine that not many people know how it works, and not many people do it. So I actually have project work. I'm actually at work right now in Java. I have a project here, and this enables me. I work very hard for a block of time, so I'm here for like 2 weeks now, and some of the projects I go on are like 6 weeks. I do this several times a year, and that is how I fund my trips. That's why I'm so behind on my editing, because I am sometimes I have to work, right? This is how I finance my trips. So if you want to do something like this, my advice to anyone is try and find project work. A full-time job, you can't do it unless you're gonna quit. Try and find a project job. So you finish the project, and then you have this risk hanging over you. And it happened to me. You have this risk. Oh, what if I can't find another project? Or what if you have to get past that fear. And this is what I did a long time ago. I quit my full-time job, and then I started doing freelance project work. And that is how I finance my trip. And that's how I enable the time. That's how I have my balance. I have a period of the year where I work, and then I have a massive period of the year where I just go traveling and make these videos. Were there any mystical experiences while in Indonesia? Can you tell us the scariest bit? Well, I told you the scariest bit was when I thought I was going to get kidnapped by terrorists. It's definitely the scariest bit. Mystical, I think maybe you mean like with a ghost or something, right? I'm not scared of anything like that. I'm in a house now, and the neighbor told me earlier on that this place is haunted and asked me have I seen any ghosts inside. I haven't, and I'm not afraid. But the most mystical experience is two. I have two very, very, very mystical experiences in Indonesia. One of them was at Gunung Padang, which is in Sukabumi, near Cianjur, this area. Gunung Padang. This place is absolutely amazing, and it's very, very, very old, much older than what people think. And that place, sitting on the top of that place, I felt something very special there. Very, very special in that place. And then the second mystical experience I have, and I have it every time I visit one of these places, is in central Sulawesi. You have these valleys, and they're full of these ancient megaliths. And the feeling that you get when you're driving through the jungle, and you're driving for hours and hours through the jungle on a very small, horrible, broken road, and then suddenly the jungle opens up and there's this huge valley with like savanna at the bottom, and the feeling I get when I enter one of these valleys is very, very magical and very mystical. Something special about those places. Why did those people thousands of years ago build megaliths in there? Maybe because they got the same feeling I get when I go into these places. Something, I don't know what it is, but there's something very, very mystical and magical about those places in central Sulawesi. You've got to go to Wonosobo in central Java one day. I've been twice, and I have some videos of me on YouTube actually when I was in Java. I went to Dieng, and very, very nice place, very, very, very beautiful place. Dieng, I've been there twice. I was there in 2012, and then maybe 2021 I went there. And both times, very, 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 very nice places. One of the nicest places in Java, 100%. Do I often visit? Okay, you often go to local area, not tourist area, with lots of Western foods. Of course, so many day you eat local foods. How do you handle it? I love the local food here. It's one of the reasons why I'm here in Indonesia. It's one of the reasons why I stayed in Indonesia. It's because the food is really, really good. I'll eat the bakso, I'll eat the sate ayam, I'll eat anything. Nasi padang is one of my favorites. You know, driving along, I see the padang in the window, I'm going there. Of course, I love the local food. Of course, I miss Western food. When I'm in Bali, the first thing I do is I go to a Mexican restaurant or some Western restaurant. Of course I miss that, but I really love the local food. Comparing this country, Indonesia, to a very similar country which I lived in, which is the Philippines. The Philippines has terrible food, and it's the reason why I couldn't stay there. One of the reasons why I couldn't stay there. Congratulations 10K if you can subtitle your videos. I have, so you'll find all of the Sulawesi videos now have subtitles in Indonesia. So if you click on the little thing, you can go down and select Indonesian, and that has been done with a human has actually gone in and translated that. Vincent Christian, yes, with about Tolly Tolly. So yes, a lot of untouched dive sites there. I just hope that the dynamite fishers haven't ruined it, because one of the big things I've found in Indonesia diving, especially in Sulawesi, is so much destroyed by the dynamite fishermen. It's very, very sad. And I heard the dynamite fishing happening in the Togian Islands when I was there. It's very, very, very sad to hear, and it's very sad to see the destruction. I hope around Tolly Tolly it's still intact, the reef is still intact. Are you in Sulawesi right now? Are you in central Sulawesi right now? No, I'm in Java actually, but if you watch my YouTube and you follow me on Instagram, it looks like I'm in central Sulawesi now, but this was a couple of months ago. I'm so behind on my editing. Where are you from, Sam? England? Yes, I am from the north of England. I'm from Yorkshire. I've just found your channel from Christian Hansen. Thank you. Thank you, Christian. And great content. Thank you. What would be the best part of Indonesia to go that's not difficult to travel to? Bali is probably the easiest, but full of tourists. I was very lucky 2 years ago to travel around Bali during Corona. The island was empty. And it is a very, very beautiful island. So if you are going to go to Bali, just get up early in the morning. Most people don't get up early. So you're going to see a lot of beautiful things in the morning. But in the afternoon, forget it. Everywhere's going to be so busy. Hundreds of people at a waterfall, thousands of people at a temple. It's just not good. So I think the best place for me, an easy place, and someone else asked me this actually, I remember there's another question, is Flores. Flores is a wonderful island for traveling and very easy to travel around. And not too big as well. The distances between the place, only 2 or 3 hours on a motorbike. Sulawesi is crazy. Sulawesi is 7, 8, 12 hours between destinations. So it's definitely not for a beginner. And that's on your own motorbike. If you have to take public transport, 15, 16 hours on a bus. So Sulawesi is not for the faint-hearted. Thank you. Someone's saying I really care about my videos. I don't care about how many subs. I don't really care about any subs. I think it's amazing. I've got 10,000 subscribers. But of course I care. I want people to see it, but I'm not begging for it. I'm never going to do that. You're never ever going to get begging subscribers for me. And you'll never get clickbait from me either. Never. If I do, you remember these words. You'll never get clickbait. I will never make a video with the title, Boule tries motorbike for the first time. No way. Cringe. Have you ever had food poisoning? Yes. Many times. Many times I've had food poisoning. I had it when I was in Gorontalo actually. I ate some fish, some dried fish. This is the last time I had it. I had some dried fish. And at the time I'm eating it, and it didn't taste right, but I didn't know what this fish was supposed to taste like. Maybe that was the taste. It tasted like soap. And then the next day I was very sick, and that's when I went to Hutan Nantu. So I stopped in the jungle a few times with the babi rooster, and yeah, I had terrible diarrhea. Hopefully I didn't infect the babi rooster with my diarrhea. Where is your video in Mamasa? Coming, 2 more weeks. 2 more weeks, I promise. The video from Mamasa will be there. And Mamasa is amazing. Mamasa was one of the highlights of Sulawesi, I think, really, Mamasa. It's like Toraja, but 50 years ago. It's amazing, and I can't wait to share that video. Can you navigate by boat? Do I have a license? No, I have no idea what I'm doing on a boat. I have to learn. So part of this adventure for me, buying this boat and also learning how to sail in Langkawi, Malaysia. They have lots of sailing schools there. So I'll get the license, and I'll get the yacht master, or whatever they call it, and I will do all this training and spend some hours and some days on other people's boats in that area, in Thailand and this sort of area, learning how to sail. And that'll be a really fun part of my trip, actually, I think. But yeah, I won't come into Indonesia without the correct training or license. I'll end up killing myself. Can you make a special video about your camera gear? Yes. Yes, I will. I don't know when. I've been thinking about this for a long time, including my bike. I want to get all my stuff out. You'll see all the stuff I have. And I'll have it all over a big piece of grass or something, and a drone above it, and you'll see all the gear I have spread out for meters. Yes, I will. I'll go through everything. I will do that. I don't know when, but I'm going to do that soon. What's the most beautiful waterfall I've ever been to? I would say probably Tumpak Sewu in Java, because it is absolutely stunning. But it's kind of Instagrammable now. You know, everyone's there. Everyone's been there. There's one waterfall in Bali which I still can't believe people don't go to it. It's very hard to reach. It's called Chamara, and that's probably my favorite waterfall in the world. That one, beautiful, very strong, loads of power. It's just got so much power, this waterfall. I feel a lot of energy in that coming from that waterfall. I don't know what it is, and I've been there 3 times now, and I've never seen anyone else there the whole 3 times. It's called Chamara. It's wonderful. Have you been to Batam? No, I've never been to Batam, and it's near Singapore. I've never been. I will visit there one day. I'll probably come there when I'm in my Sumatra trip. I'll probably take a detour there for a bit of normality and a bit of Western food and things like that. Because I heard it's like a bit like Bali near Singapore kind of thing. Do I like Manado food? Yes, it's very, very spicy. Very, very spicy food in Manado. And lots of pork as well. I like to eat pork. And then they have a lot of pork dishes in Manado. How do I manage your time? I mean, doing your job while traveling. So yeah, I said before, I have project work. So I finish a project and I leave the project there. I don't take it with me. I have to be in the place. Like now, I'm at the area right now where I work, and I finish the project. Once the project's finished, once the mechanical work is complete, I leave and I don't take the work with me. Ponorogo in East Java. I'm not sure where that is, but I think I might have been there. Is that the place near Idje? Are you grateful to meet Christian? Super grateful. Super grateful. Christian is an amazing guy. I had an amazing time. We connected straight away. I consider myself a really good friends with Christian. We only met 3 or 4 times, right? We spent 3 or 4 days with each other, and yeah, he's a absolutely great guy, and super grateful I met him. He's really boosted my my YouTube here. It makes me feel much more, motivated. Now the algorithm of YouTube's taking over, but he gave it that boost that I needed, and I'm really thankful for him for that. How do you keep yourself fit while sitting many days in your room editing? Well, I'm a bit lazy with editing. I hate it, actually. I only edit. I'm not like Christian, who's editing on the road. I should do that, but I don't. So what I do is I'm on the trip, I'm hell for leather, I'm going places, I'm boom, 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 and I'm filling up the hard drives. Plural, I'm filling up several hard drives when I'm doing a trip. And backing it up as well so I don't lose any footage. And then at the end of the trip, like with Sulawesi, I did it in 2 stages. I went from Makassar to Manado, and then I went to work and did some diving trips, and then edited. And then I came back and I finished the trip then, and now I'm editing that sector now. So usually I'm in Bali. Usually I'm back in Bali. I'm back in my house in Bali, and I have the gym. I have all the nice foods and comforts around me, and I'm editing then. And that's how I keep myself healthy. I can't do what Christian does. I have a lot of respect for Christian for being able to lock himself in a hotel room and just finish the editing. It's really hard to do that, and his videos are so long as well, and really he puts so much time into them. It's on another level to mine, I think, and it's really, really, I have a lot of respect for Christian for doing that. Okay. Can you compare the friendliness of Indonesian people with other countries of the world? Well, yeah. I mean, people in Asia are very friendly. In Southeast Asia, they're very friendly people. You go to Korea, people aren't very friendly there. Japan, people are friendly. Thailand, they're friendly, but then they smile a lot. But it's not the same as Indonesia. I don't want to insult another country here, but Indonesian people is very genuine. It's very, very genuine friendliness. They speak a little bit of Indonesian as well, which I do, and I can have a conversation in Indonesian. It really helps. But even without that, I've had so many deep, meaningful, amazing conversations with people in Indonesia, random people I'm sitting next to on a bus or an aeroplane or something. Very, very friendly people in Indonesia. Philippines is also very, very friendly people as well. So I think Indonesia and the Philippines is almost the same for the friendliness of the people. It ranges in Indonesia a bit different. I would say some areas people I wouldn't say more or less friendly, but more smiley, and the accent sounds more friendly. What I found in Sulawesi, in certain areas of Sulawesi, is I first thought that people are not friendly here, but they are. They just speak a lot more harsher, and they don't smile as much. But when you cut through that, they are very, very friendly people. Finally, someone mentioning Bule Mencoba Martabak. Yeah. This is, I'm never going to do video like that. I'm sorry. It's just clickbait, cringy. I don't do it. Is my girlfriend Indonesian? Yes, she is Indonesian. She is from East Java, from Malang, but lives in Bali. And she's half Dayak, or she has some Dayak blood. Any foreign bloggers will get easy views with the kind of title. Yeah, and I'm not doing that. My philosophy, and this is why many people comment on my video and they say, you know, this channel deserves more views and blah, blah, blah. And I think I could grow this channel very, very quickly if I use titles like that. But I won't do it because I want to create a really good audience who is actually interested in what I want to do and where I want to go. So I'm just going to put thumbnails on with a beautiful landscape and just a title which tells you what's inside the video. I'm not going to do any clickbait, okay? I won't do that. What is your plan for traveling those small islands in eastern Indonesia? So yes, I've actually been to a lot of those islands in eastern Indonesia on the dive trips, and they're coming soon. But the even smaller ones and the even more remote ones, I have to do that on a sailing boat, my own vehicle, my own sailing boat. It's the only way. Some of these islands are never visited by a pelni. The only way to get them is by a local's fishing boat. So yeah, that is the only, in my opinion, the only way I can visit these islands is by having my own boat. How many brothers do you have? I have no brothers, but I have a sister. First, in my mind, when I watch your video, is who's his editor? Well, I actually have recently. I have someone helping me with the edit. So I'm just going to explain. I'm a messy videographer. I'm just shooting everything and filming everything, and I'm not reviewing my footage at the end of the day or the end of the week or anything like that. It's just filling up hard drive. So there's so much stuff there where I forgot to put the camera in, or I forgot to turn the camera off and I'm recording my pocket, or there's just stuff there that's just nonsense. I'm just speaking nonsense. It's not for the video. So what I have got is I've got someone in Bali who's helping me, right? And I give him the hard drive and I give him the footage. And then what he does is he's cutting out all that nonsense and putting it in a timeline. And most of that, 90% of that is I cut it. It's just not. It doesn't fit the story. It doesn't make anything. It doesn't help the story or anything like that. It's just no good. So I'm the one cutting it, editing it, finishing, color grading, fixing the audio, all this kind of stuff. I'm the one doing that. But this guy really helps me. It saves me a lot of hours on a video. I could do it without him, but it really helps me with having him helping me with the edit. I would say it helps. I would say it saved me maybe 10% of the time on editing a video. Do I have plans to take my family on holiday in Indonesia? My family have never been here. In the 10, 12 years I've been in Asia and in Indonesia, my family have never been here. They don't like long haul flights. They've never left Europe. So, yeah, I want to bring them here. I do. They're in retirement now, so they're not working anymore, so they have the time. And I really do. I want to bring my family here. And they would love Bali. They would really, really, really love Bali. Especially now, I know Bali well. I know where to go, where not to go, and they would have a great time. So I am looking forward to bringing them here one day. What's my go-to Indonesian snack? I'm not really a snack eater, but I do like the in Bali we have, I forget the name. It is a green. It's coloured by the pandan, and it's green. And it's got coconut shavings and coconut sugar and brown sugar in it. That's really really good. I forget the name, but I'm not really a snack eater, but yeah, that would be my snack that I want to go to. Or kerupuk, the skin from the chicken or the sapi. I'm not sure what skin this thing is. That's really good. I like that one as well. When will you marry Kezia? She's still in university, so has things to do there. But we have spoke about it, right? And one day we will. But we're not putting ourselves under any pressure to do it. That's the deal I have. The deal we have with no pressure. You really like my videos, but the only minus point is it's too short. I feel like you need to make a longer video. Are you putting me under pressure now to make a longer video? Do you have any idea how hard it is to edit? Okay, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna continue doing 20 minutes, 25 minutes, something like this, for the land-based videos. For diving videos, they will be longer, okay? Because there's more footage for diving, and it's really, I don't know, I can really make a diving video long, but for the land video, I want to release these videos every week, right, or every 2 weeks, and it's just too much time for me to do it. So what I will do is I will make a long video, maybe an hour or 2 hours long, for Sulawesi, combining everything together. And I'll also make another one, long video, cinematic style video for Java as well. I will do that. And then after the Sulawesi thing's complete, the next videos will be diving, and it'll be Banda Sea, Raja Ampat 2 times, and Triton Bay in Kaimana, and Ambon as well. And these will be long videos. Lots of diving footage, underwater footage. How is your impressions during your stay in Sulawesi, Sam? I love Sulawesi. I absolutely love Sulawesi. So many different cultures. I mean, it just, you go 6-7 hours down the road and everything changes. Toraja, for example, it's like you're being hit in the head. It's just totally different than down in Bulukumba, for example. And then you go to Mamasa, and that's similar to Toraja, but totally different. And then you go to Tentena, and that's totally different. And then down to Poso, totally different. Palu, totally different. Manado, totally different than anywhere else in Indonesia. So that's my impression of Sulawesi. It was just so diverse, so amazing island. My favorite place. My favorite big island of Indonesia is so far is definitely Sulawesi. Based on your appearance, which has the most friendly people? That's difficult to answer because all people are friendly. But what I do find is I'm not sure if this is friendliness, but I do find Javanese and Sundanese people very, very soft and very, very easygoing. And certainly no kind of aggressive speech. You never hear anyone from Java shouting or anything like that. When I heard that quite a lot in Sulawesi. So the people are more rough in Sulawesi, I thought. But in Java, very soft. But I don't think that's friendly. I think all Indonesian people are very, very friendly. But that's my observation. Is that the Javanese and Sundanese people seem to be the most soft, and Balinese as well, in some respect. Yes, so yeah, the underwater videos there, yeah, I saw your next comment. Underwater videos are going to be much longer, and they will be. But until then, maybe I've got 4 or 5 videos now. which will be 20 minutes or 25 minutes. If I plan to build a house in Indonesia, where will you build it? Tomohon. I think around Tomohon, yeah. This place, I love the houses there. They're made from wood and they look very beautiful. And I really like that area around Tomohon. I think Bali would be good. I would love to build a house in Bali, but the land is more expensive than London now, more expensive than Jakarta. And as well with Bali, if I found an area where it's quiet, nice and beautiful, and I build a house there, in 2 years' time there's 10 more houses and villas and everything around me. Bali changes too quick. So that's why I don't think I'm ever going to build a house in Bali. I like the area, the Minahasa Highlands around Tomohon and Tondano. This area was for me, yeah, the one that's attracted me most to building a house there. Am I not feeling lonely driving alone? Yeah, I do definitely. It was nice traveling with Kezia in Sulawesi. This was really nice. It was not lonely, but yeah, you just sometimes get lonely. Sometimes I like to be alone though. So, yeah. Am I not feeling lonely driving alone? Sometimes yes, sometimes no. Can you talk about moving around central Sulawesi? Google Maps around Pelindo and Pocky is 12 hours. Yes. This is a really good question. It looks like they're so close. They are very close if you're going to fly like a bird. You can actually walk to them. It takes around 12 or 14 hours full walking. So there's maybe a night of camping involved if you wanted to walk there. But you can walk there. I didn't do it, but the local people told me it's possible. To drive there, it is, maybe around 9 hours. I think the Google Maps is telling you to go all the way to Palu and coming that way. But there is another way. It's from Poso. If you're looking on the Google Maps, you go down to Poso, and then you turn left on the coastal road, and then not long after you turn left again and go back up into the jungle. There's a road there, but it's not on Google Maps. It kind of almost meets on Google Maps, but it doesn't fill it in. But there is a way. It's not much shorter. It's maybe you save 4 hours. It's still a very long journey. I tried to do it. If you look on my YouTube video for Bada Valley, I tried to do it, but I failed because the road was too muddy, and I turned around and went back to Ampana. But the next video I have, I'm going to Pokekia in Besoa Valley, and it is absolutely amazing, well worth doing. But trying to do Bada Valley and Pokeka, and then going to Togian Islands or something, Sulawesi is such a weird shape and nothing meets together, and it's very difficult. That's why I did Sulawesi 2 times. I did Makassar to Manado, and then Manado back to Makassar using a different route. What's your plan after Sulawesi? I will go to Sumatra. Yes, hope you snapped Sumatra Island. I will go to Sumatra, but that's going to be the last place that I visit on my motorbike is Sumatra. And I don't think it's going to be next year. Maybe next year. But most likely it'll be the year after. The quality of your TV shows is TV shows. Well, thank you very much. I don't think it is. Not some shots I've got is not good enough for TV, and I have to use it. And my editing's not as good, but thank you. I really appreciate the. Have you ever got so sick in your journey and you can't ask anyone for help? No, not in Indonesia. I had dengue fever when I was in the Philippines. Not very nice. And I was bedridden with no one to help me. It wasn't very nice. I was walking to the shops with a towel around me in a delirious way, trying to get water. I was in some crappy hotel in some godforsaken place in the Philippines. It wasn't very nice. But yeah, I've never had that in Indonesia. Not yet, anyway. The Togian Island video is amazing. Thank you. My Toraja, somebody said here they like my Toraja video. I put a lot of effort into my Toraja video, a lot. That was probably the longest editing session I had of editing any video ever. But then YouTube punished me. I don't know what happened. They gave it an age restriction, which I appealed against because I blurred all the blood out of it, which I appealed against, and then they accepted my appeal. So I thought everything's good, but then now it doesn't reach anyone. That video doesn't get given to anyone. It never suggests it. So yeah, if you like the Toraja video, please share it. It would really help me on that one because I put a lot of effort into that. I'm actually thinking of re-releasing it because I do go back to Toraja after Mamasa. I go through Toraja and visit a few places I didn't go to. Not many, but I'm thinking of re-releasing it. Has my motorbike ever experienced problems on the road? I had a puncture. And yeah, that was the only problem I've had with it. The other problems is when I've fallen off. There are no other problems with my bike. It's a really, really, really good motorbike. CB 500X. Tried and tested worldwide. My dad has one and very, very reliable. Is Kezia his real girlfriend? Yes, Kezia is my real girlfriend. Just like your video, no, Sulawesi. I don't understand. Just like your video, no, Sulawesi. I'm Sulawesi, people, but I'm not like it. So many people like to cursing. Yeah. Yeah, to be honest though, I like it. It's like in my country, you know, in my country where I'm from in Yorkshire, nobody's talking posh. Nobody's talking like the Queen. We're all swearing and loud and everything like that. So yeah, for me, it's great. When is the new video release? Looking forward to it. I think new video will be online maybe Wednesday next week. Maybe Wednesday or Thursday next week. I still have a lot of work to do. Speak Bahasa dong. Bicara apa? What should I talk? I can't speak Bahasa when I'm under pressure like this. I can't. It's not possible. I just blah, 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 just like that. Yeah, the Sumatra people is similar to the Sulawesi people. Yes, I think so. I got a lot of similarities when I was around Medan. Some of the people reminds me like that. Yeah. Okay, someone's mentioning about the subtitle again. All my Sulawesi videos now have subtitle Indonesian. Just in the last few days, it was finished. So you can watch that. Java is coming next. I think in maybe 2 weeks' time, all of the Java videos are done as well. So yeah, it will be done soon. How much does it cost for the motorcycle? I think around with all the boxes, and the bars and everything like that, it was around 200 million, 200 juta. Are you planning to go to Salaya and Takabonerate? Yes, but not now. Christian's just done that. He went there, he went to Salaya on his motorbike. I almost went to Salaya on a motorbike, but I was getting homesick and I just wanted to go back to Bali. I'd had enough of living in a hotel, to be honest. So I wanted to go back. So I didn't go to Salaya. I went back to Makassar, and then I came to Java, and then now go to Bali. But I will visit Salaya and Takabonerate when I have a boat. And another question I saw: have you been to Wakatobi? No. And I will go there, but when I'm on my boat. Wakatobi is very difficult to reach. and very expensive if you want to dive in with the dive resorts there, because you have to take a seaplane, and it's just, yeah, it's like a Maldives kind of trip. And so I will reduce that cost very significantly by taking my own boat there. Where am I now? I'm in Probolinggo, East Java. I'm working here. You can't speak, but you can understand. No, tidak. Saya bisa bicara bahasa Indonesia. Tapi aku sedikit takut. Ya, live stream dulu. Have I ever eaten sago worms? No. What the hell is that? I have no idea what that is. Sago worms. I want to know what that is. I want to buy a boat. Yes, I want to buy a boat, and then it's not. It's not. You think it's expensive. It's not that expensive. It's not what you might think. You can get a boat cheaper than you can get a Toyota Fortuner. Let's put it that way. So Yannick, there is other places in Wakatobi to go other than the resort. I didn't know that. I thought the only place was the resort. So I could take a boat, I could take a ferry there, and then staying in a homestay or something. Yes, I'm from Yorkshire. All right, guys. Well, look, I am getting really, really, really hungry, but this is amazing. My first ever live stream, and I really thank all of you for joining. I was scared no one was going to join. I mean it. I really mean that. I was scared that I was going to be sitting here. Like, what do I do now? There's no one here. But really appreciate all of your messages. I really, really appreciate all of your questions and everything, and then honestly, all of the comments that I get on my YouTube video, I would say 99.9% of them are amazing, and you guys really, really, really make me motivate to make more video and keep going. I'm not saying make more video, but just keep going. You know, it really means a lot. So yeah, thank you for everything. Thank you for being here, keeping me company on my first ever live stream. Yes. Okay, guys, well, thank you. But yes, I see one question. Where are you right now? I'm in Probolinggo, and I'm going to go get some food now. I'm very hungry. Oh, okay, just one more. Before, could you tell us a little, how did you meet Christian? So, Christian, so a lot of people that actually watched my videos, the ones where I'm in Java, mentioned Christian. So, I followed him on Instagram, and then he followed me back. And someone else maybe commented on Instagram saying you guys should collaborate. But he was in Borneo and I'm in somewhere, Sulawesi somewhere. So it didn't work. But I knew our paths would cross. And then as it happened, when Christian arrived in Makassar, I was also coming down to Makassar. And yeah, we met up. He sent me a message and said, Sam, I want to meet you and we can make some video together eating Choto Makassar, and we did that. And then after that we had a few beers together and a few drinks together, and then we started making a plan to go and see this cave painting, which was amazing. That was amazing, by the way. And then we met up in Bira and we went diving together in Bira, and we were supposed to go to Salaya together, but he was delayed and I didn't want to go. I'd had enough. I didn't want to go on my own. Maybe if Christian was there I would have gone to Salaya, but I'd had enough at that point. I just wanted to go home. So Yeah. Collab with Fabulous World. Yeah, I've seen these guys. I follow these guys on YouTube, and they're traveling all the way through Sulawesi. They're doing Halmahera and Ternate, and their videos are really good. They climbed up some of the mountains there. It looked amazing. So yeah, I will. That's definitely possible. That would be good. Okay, guys, look, I'm really gonna have to go. I see there's another question. Am I still in Sulawesi? But no, I'm in Java right now, and soon I'll be going home to Bali. Do I know Popsa in Makassar? No, I don't know anyone called Popsa. Baloran in Situbondo. I check the map right now because I have been many places in East Java before. I'm not sure if I've been to that place, Ballarat. Ah, no, I haven't been there, but I've heard it is absolutely amazing national park. Yeah, I've heard this is really good. Ancient extinct volcano with lots and lots of wildlife. The time that I drove past there, which was last year, was very dry and so hot, and I just didn't want to go hiking there. I actually went to Ijen instead, and it's much cooler up there. But yeah, I would definitely like to visit that national park. Two other people have told me, two other foreigners who was on holiday here, they went there and they said it was absolutely amazing national park. So yeah, I would definitely like to visit that one. How much did it cost to cross from Java to Sulawesi? Well, I went from Sulawesi back to Java, and I took a ferry called DRU. It's like a Pelni, but a private company. And it was, with my bike, it was less than 1 million. Or maybe it was around 1 million to get my bike across, me and my bike across. And I had my own room, not private, but it was nice, it was good. For me, 20-25 minute video duration is enough. Well, good, thank you, because that's all I can do right now. I can't make a longer one, it would take me too long. So yeah, this national park is on the way back from Bali. Yeah, possibly. Maybe I'll visit that one. But to be honest, if I go there, I'm going to need my camera equipment. I can't just go without my camera. And my camera's getting repaired right now. So yeah, I don't think I'll visit this time. But it's very close to Bali, and I'm going to be coming back to Java. To get to Sumatra, either next year or the year after, I have to go back through Java. And one of the things that I want to do when I go back through Java is climbing all of the volcanoes that I didn't climb last time. So that'll start with Raung, Argopuro, Arjuna, Sewu, and the others. There's loads of other ones. Sindoro, and Slamat, and what's the other one? I did Chiramai already. Salak. I want to do Gunung Salak as well. So yeah, that would be the trip next year. Oh, what's the big one called? Semeru. I want to do Semeru as well. And I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it really hardcore style. So I will be I will have 2 days break. I'll do a mountain. I'll go to the next mountain and then climb it, and then 2 days break, and then the next one. I'm going to really try and do a really strenuous climbing exercise across Java. I'm going to climb my way across Java. So I'm going to go visit the national park then. When will I be in Bali? I'll be in Bali in maybe 3 more days. I'm coming back. All right, guys. Look, I'm gonna call it a night because I'm really hungry, and I only have 45 minutes to get food before the restaurant closes. So thank you guys. Really means a lot. Really appreciate you joining this live chat, my first ever live stream, and you guys are amazing. And thank you for commenting and always liking my stuff. If you don't follow me on Instagram already, I'm always posting things on Instagram. And next week I'll be posting video for Besoa Valley in Napu and a little bit of Palu and Donggala. So yeah, join that one. Guys, see you. Amazing. Good night.